Hi, I'm making this video about Mr. Reiner. There's a dime right here. Look at that. The lesson on a dime for me, because I've been a Republican for a while, and then I was helping with the campaign for McCain and stuff. And since then, jeepers, how things have spun out of control for me. And I kept finding dimes, and I realized that Franklin Delano Roosevelt was on there, and he was a Democrat. And it was just like I knew God was trying to tell me, oh, wait. I don't know if it's, I knew he was trying to tell me something. And I looked it up and everything. And I realized, oh my gosh, this guy was president during World War II. He was president before it and right in through it. And after that was Truman, who was another Democrat, and those guys were so important to help us get through all that. You know, we had Churchill over in England, we had Bonhoeffer in Germany, we had, in America, we had Franklin Delano and Truman. Extremely important, you know, like so much hinged upon this. And and I realized that people, they have become loyal to Democrat because of people like that. And so this was one lesson for me. Then I remembered living in California and people saying that they were concerned about Christian rights stuff. Well, at the time, I thought they meant, they just didn't like Christian, you know, and that Christian right just meant you were Christian, but you're also, you know, you have conservative political views, and you're, you know, like you don't think abortion's such a good idea, stuff like that. And I did not realize, and it took me all this time to realize, and went through the first Trump thing where people were they were real upset about it, and I couldn't understand everything about that. Oh my goodness, why they were. And so now, well, let me mainly say that then his movie about Christianity that becomes too political was, I totally understood what he was saying, and I totally agreed with it. And like, you know, really, if this happened to him because people didn't like the movie, again, just like in the cities, I'm in the cities right now, the Twin Cities, two Democrats get killed in the morning, like early wee hours of the morning, by a guy who's supposed to be a pastor, because he was on the right, they were Democrats, and they were just about to have this protest of no kings, and it probably had a lot to do with that. It's like, if you can't deal with people having an opinion that's not the same as yours, you have a serious psychological problem. Now you really become a psycho. And if these people were killed because they were just letting us know and right on to tell us the danger of a political Christianity, that how weird it can get in history. It's gotten so weird with inquisitions and all kind of weird stuff, and with the political church of the past, and what happened in Germany. So now, anyway, but him, he is one of my favorite directors. You know, people remind us of Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally, all these, but his gem for me was The Sure Thing with John Cusack, a coming of age movie in that. Not coming of age about sex. He was going out to the West Coast to have sex. She was already having sex with her boyfriend. It was coming of age. They were deciding that they should take seriously having a relationship, even though they're just out of high school, they were starting college, that they should take seriously a relationship. Like, and it's because they realize they just are so crazy about each other. It's one of my favorite movies. They don't have sex. They don't even kiss until the very end. And it is so clean, and it is just such an adorable film. The fun of watching them go across the country. They get into all kind of conflicts and stuff. And he's saying, "You're repressed, you know, so because she was like real ultra conservative. Him being kind of out there, more, you know, daring about things, and he helps her to kind of find herself, and then they find each other is wonderful. What the sure thing. I love this film. It's set at Christmas time, so I keep it as my Christmas movie. I love this. I loved this guy. I never was much of a TV show watcher. I remember him being in All in the Family, but I have absolutely adored this guy, Mr. Reiner, and I am so sad about what happened. But okay. But all that aside, the most sad and most important thing right now is his son. The whole world knows about what happened. What is going to happen to him? What is going to happen to his life? This guy, I feel so bad for him. And if he was influenced by people, which we don't know all of that, and if he was on the right, whatever, that's really bad. But what is going to happen to this guy's life? He's having to take the rap for that, Ben. His life is just ruined from being, he's just in his 30s. I feel terrible about that. I mean, oh my gosh. The whole thing is so tragic. But God showed me, I really, like the Catholics believe, because I've started to understand this better. I really did. I heard Rob say that he had made it to heaven. I really did. I heard him, and he was happy. He was so happy. And then he was saying to me, "Don't worry." And I've heard my dad I heard my dad say, "Don't worry," and he said, "Don't worry." So I don't know if that helps at all, but just being he's Jewish, a lot of Jewish people. There was a lot of blindness during the Holocaust time, and there were things they didn't understand. God says that my people perish for lack of knowledge. Doesn't mean they necessarily. It's about losing your. This is not about losing your soul. My people perish for lack. It could be about dying. Could be about losing out on things. Whatever. But they've lacked understanding about things, and there's knowledge that perhaps he didn't have, especially to realize the truth about his son, which you see people through eyes of love, and then you don't see things. To see this coming, like that would be one thing. Another thing is just like spiritual things of how to deal with all of the negative coming towards him because of being Jewish, and because of the kind of political climate we're in, and there's just things he didn't know and he wasn't prepared to deal with, and I feel terrible about it, but I hope that this can help people to learn, especially Jewish people, about what's really going on and how to deal with it. And there are spiritual weapons that come from being closer to Hashem. Just admonish all Jewish people, get closer to Hashem, and then He can help you to understand and know.